Hey Vaan, I am Pauliina on the Finnish path and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually the very first video I've ever made on YouTube, so fingers crossed. I've been doing tarot readings for about 25 years now. Oh, and by the way, when I say tarot, I do know that tarot is pronounced tarot in English, but in Finland we pronounce it tarot, so this is not a mistake. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm in fact speaking some Finnish to you while I do that. So anyway, I've been doing tarot readings, gosh, almost 30 years now, and my number one deck is my beloved Rider-Waite. There we go. I think most of you have seen these images before. Very, very well-known deck. The most famous deck in the world. And this was the very first one I got. And this is actually second edition, because the very first deck I got is already kind of, well, used. Here's the back. My first deck has retired, but it was also Rider-Waite. Yeah, but I do also have two other decks, which I just cherish. I don't use them in readings. The first deck that I was gifted is this one, Native American deck. This has got to be one of the most powerful decks I have ever come across. Very powerful, very beautiful, very precise. But I don't use this in my usual readings. Obviously, this is not my heritage. The images are really beautiful, very graphic. Obviously, if someone would want me to use this deck for a reading, I can do that. It might be, for example, if you belong to the First Nation, then why not? But in my normal readings, I don't use this. I just cherish this deck. And another deck that I have that I don't actually use is Tarot of the Old Path. And this is a lovely deck. The imagery is very beautiful, very soft and lyrical and holistic in many ways. Lots of plants and animals and what have you. And also this one I just own and love, but don't really use for readings. But come to think of it, I think these cards would come up really well in, for example, a love reading. Why not? There you go. And the way I do readings, the way I interpret the cards and the spreads, I'm an intuitive reader, and I noticed actually only a couple of years ago that the way the meaning of the spread comes to me, it's somehow infused with my own heritage, the Finnish heritage. And I didn't do this on purpose. That's why before that I never realized I was actually doing that. But the reading and the meanings coming through, they somehow form links to the Finnish mythology in my mind, and help me interpret the actual meaning of the spread and the reading. And that's why I call my practice tarot readings on Finnish path, because they are so strongly infused with Finnish mythology and folklore and legends that it's appropriate to call my readings that. The thing is that I don't, when I do a reading, I don't actually tell you Kalevala stories or things like that, unless of course you want me to. But that is where the knowledge comes from, the wisdom. It doesn't come from me. I'm not that wise, unfortunately, not yet anyway. And it doesn't come just from the cards. It comes through the cards and through the spread. And I am just the one who reads it and then says it out loud to you. But the actual wisdom, the actual meaning of the reading, it comes from the Finnish path, from not just from the natural deities, but a very big part of the old Finnish traditional folk religion, if you like, although it's more like a way of life, not really a religion. But very important part of that was ancestors and worshipping ancestors, but not only worshipping them as if they were deities, but just honoring them and actually contacting them. And I can still do that. I can reach my own ancestors, even though there are generations of Christians before me in my family line. But I can still contact my earlier ancestors, and they still recognize me. They know that I am their kin, which is quite remarkable. But time really doesn't, it's a cycle, it doesn't really mean that much, it's not linear. But when I do the reading, the information I get stems from these things, from nature, from the natural deities, and also from my ancestors. I don't do this deliberately, it just happens. And this makes my readings different, and different from someone who might read directly from a book, which would not be wrong, obviously, but it's my way of reading is different. It's unique in that sense. And I live in Lapland, that's northern part of Finland, and I am surrounded by forests and reindeer. And when I need to ground myself or relax, or when I need more energy, I just walk 50 meters and I'm in a forest, and then I go and hug a tree, literally. And usually that tree is a pine tree. Pine trees are the trees that give us strength and energy, and also clarity of mind. So nature, wild nature, unbuilt nature is very much my everyday life. Still, I'm very connected to it. And to tell you more about me, I will show you my cards. This is my card. It's my birth card and also my soul card. And I really do relate to this card. It's the card is not just about strength and power and domination. To me, the most important part of this card is gentleness and kindness and persuasion, because I am a kind person. I don't like forcing people to do anything. I don't like manipulating anyone. I rather suggest and perhaps show a way. And this card is all about kindness to me. And it's also about using your strength, your inner strength. And that's something that I am consciously trying to learn, to use my natural strength. We all have strength. And this card is also not just about using strength, but daring to do it, not being afraid to use it, and enjoying in using strength. And like I said, I use my strength to help people as best I can. So this is a very good representation of me, even though I'm not there yet. This is work in progress. Another card that speaks to me very strongly is this one, Three of Swords. And it has always spoken to me, this card, and I wasn't actually quite sure why until, again, a couple of years ago it kind of dawned on me that, well, this is the Finn in me. We Finns, we have this Slavic melancholy to us. We love to pine for things and long for things, and we love our heartache, and nobody can break your heart as efficiently as a Finn when we start to sing our oh so sad songs. It's actually a beautiful thing in a person, being open also to sadness. But this card is about heartbreak, and I am a very empathetic person, and other people's sadness and trouble and heartache, they touch me in a very personal way. So I think this is why this card speaks to me so strongly. I don't have a broken heart myself at the moment, luckily, but if you do, then I will feel your pain. I will truly feel it. So this is me. This YouTube channel, I'm not quite sure what will be in here. I'm only just in the beginning and I'm planning things, but I was thinking that I would do something like going through the cards, just the basic cards, the suits, the 4 different suits, what they mean and what each number means, and also obviously the court cards and major arcana. And perhaps I could also compare different numbers between the 3 decks that I have, because they all read differently. They have their own very unique voice. That might be interesting. That might be something I will do. Could even be a kind of a tutorial, perhaps. And then I already do weekly readings, advice for the week to come every Monday. That's both in my Facebook and in my blog, and you can find those readings there. But I will probably be doing those also in video format from now on, because why not? So you can probably find them here as well. And then I was thinking that perhaps I might tell you stories, Finnish stories about Finnish mythology and legends and even history, and how that relates to tarot. So if you are a Finn or a Finnish descendant, or just interested in Finnish culture and history, then this might be of interest to you. And then I'm also contemplating starting live readings. I will probably be doing those in my Facebook, but I don't know, I might do them here as well. Who knows? I would actually really love to do that. It's something I haven't tried before. I have done readings to people sitting opposite of me, but I've never done it through a camera. So that would be really interesting. But we'll see. And also, if you think of something you would be interested in, that you would like to hear or see here on my channel, then please do send me a message, send an email or leave a message here. Just drop me a line. We aim to please. Like I said, I've been reading a long time, and I'm a professional tarot reader. So that's my livelihood. And if you would like to order a reading from me, you can do that from my web pages. And you can find the link to my web pages and to my blog and my Facebook and Instagram as well. In fact, here on my channel, you can find the links there. So please drop by. But now, here was the introduction to me, Pauliina, and the Finnish Path readings. It was lovely talking to you. I hope I will be talking with you soon. So thank you. Thank you for watching. And I do hope you enjoy my YouTube channel and that you will follow me. And I hope to see you later. Hey, hey.